Hi, everyone. Judge Andrew Napolitano here for Judging Freedom. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Today is Wednesday, June 1st, 2022. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast of the United States. Sadly, the story, the truthful version out of Uvalde, Texas, where 19 children and 2 teachers and the killer himself all perished, keeps changing. The story keeps changing, and the chief is uncooperative with investigators. So let's just sort of lay the background. The local police department exists exclusively. I'd really never heard of this before I'd learned of Uvalde, to protect the school district. It's the Uvalde School District Police Department. Most parts of the country, the police protect everything in the geographic area that employs them. The NYPD, the New York Police Department, famously the largest and probably the best in the country, maybe in the world, protects everything in the 5 boroughs of New York City. But this Uvalde Police Department exists for the purpose of protecting the school district. On top of the Uvalde Police Department, that is superior to them, is the Texas Department of Public Safety. Let's liken this to the state police. So here in New Jersey, we have local police who protect everything in the locality, and then superior to them is the New Jersey State Police. The state police protects government property, government highways, and municipalities that don't have police departments. They also come in when backup is needed. Working with the Texas Department of Public Safety, the state police, is what is known as the Texas Rangers. That would be also like the state police. So there are 2 branches of police departments superior to the locals in Texas. The Texas Department of Public Safety, headed by the Attorney General of the state, and the Texas Rangers, headed by whoever's in charge of it. The Texas Department of Public Safety and the Texas Rangers were not at the scene. They were not called in. They were called in afterwards to find out what happened. So when the head of the Texas Department of Public Safety makes a statement that's wrong, he's not lying. He is providing information that was given to him. The people who are providing the information, who were providing the information initially, are the local school district police. Then the investigation began, and then people kept changing their stories. As an example, the local police originally told the Texas Department of Public Safety that a school teacher left a door ajar, and that's how the killer got in. The version this morning is, no, the door was not left ajar. She closed it, but it failed to lock, and she didn't know that. And that's how he got in. So is the fault of the principal for having a door with an inoperative lock? Is it the fault of the locksmith, of the company that designed the lock, that installed the door? We don't know the answers to this, but we know that the versions of events keep changing. We also know that the chief of the local school district police, a fellow named Pedro Arredondo, inexplicably was just sworn in as a member of the city council of Uvalde. Now, that, of course, is prohibited in most states in the union because the police are subservient to the mayor and council. They are not part of it. Somehow, this fellow, before this tragedy, was elected to the city council, and somehow his term began yesterday. Seems a little screwy and almost suspicious to me, but that's what happened in Texas. And to make this even more absurd, this member of the city council of the governing body of the group was also the chief of police of the local school district police department, has refused to cooperate with the Texas Rangers and the Texas Department of Public Safety, who are investigating what the hell happened. So we keep getting different versions of what the hell happened. Was the door open? Was it closed? Was it locked? Was it unlocked? Why were the police in the hallway for 75 minutes before the killer was killed? Why didn't the police rush the killer? Why didn't anybody try and save the children? Why did 2 of those babies bleed to death? They all died, all 19 of them. But 2 of them, their injuries were such that if they had received proper medical care, the blood flow would have stopped and they would be alive today. We don't know how bad their injuries would be, but they wouldn't have died. There's so much misinformation here, so many wrong decisions, so much unprofessional behavior. It's a head scratcher. And I'm going to make you feel even worse. Years ago, in a famous case in which the police were sued for failure to protect innocence, the case went all the way to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court of the United States ruled that the police are not obliged to protect all lives and property. Good God, why the hell do we give them badges and guns and police cars so they can drive around at night and harass kids on street corners? If they're not obliged under the law to protect our lives and property, then we should get rid of them and we'll hire private guards and private police from insurance companies or whoever's money is at stake to keep us safe. Behavior of the police was reprehensible and unforgivable. I mean, morally, everything's forgivable. I mean, politically unforgivable. That system and these people have to go. And any Supreme Court ruling that says the police are not obliged to protect the innocent is wrong. That's what we pay them for. So when I was at Fox, the building is located at 6th Avenue and 47th Street. If you know Manhattan, which is shaped like a bean, maybe that's better for the shape. 6th Avenue and 47th is right in the middle. The traffic goes about a mile an hour, not a mile a minute, a mile an hour. It's very, very slow. It's the most congested part of New York City. But whenever Fox called the police, they were there in 90 seconds. I don't know how they did it. Fearless, determined, and ready to do their job. Give me the NYPD any day. Give me a police department that takes its job seriously any day. And we won't have this hand-wringing over who's at fault. Because they would have done their job by killing the killer before he killed the innocents. Judge Napolitano for judging. Oh, wait. I got to show you something. This sign that we found outside of another school says it all. Warning. Staff members are armed and trained. Any attempt to harm children will be met by deadly force. You know what was in front of this school? You are entering a gun-free school zone. Almost an invitation for slaughter. Judge Napolitano for judging freedom.